Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we finish up the last major portions of the new shop build. The folks from Automotive Equipment Installation are back, and they're going to work on installing the 4-post lift and plumb both the new and old shops with air.
Ready? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's good. That's good. You see that?
What?
How I threw that on the ground.
Make sure that right there caught over. Go ahead. Slide. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes.
So the lift that's being installed is a Pneumatic HD 9XL. It's a 9,000 pound rated 4-post lift, the extended length version. So if I have a longer vehicle, it can accommodate it. They also offer a lot of really neat accessories for it, like these ramps that are more for lowered vehicles, makes it easier to climb onto the lift. They also have these filler plates that go in between the runways if you were just going to use it more for storage than service. Of course, I'll show all of that stuff later, but it's going to be a pretty fun process to watch.
Yeah, we'll wait till we raise them. All right. We'll wait till we raise the car. Yeah. Ready? Okay.
So right now, Joe is teeing off one of the airlines to provide a feed to the lift, because to operate the locks on the lift, you need air pressure between 30 and 60 psi, so this will get it all taken care of.
Say if you tighten the jam knot like you were doing, the ladder will probably rotate. Yeah, just lock them. As long as the bubble's good, just lock them down. Make sure that ladders aren't twisted.
Yeah. Lock them. And with the ratchet wrench, it works good. I get it down snug.
Okay, you can take it. We're at 178, so we're 2 inches up. I think this post.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 182. It is. Yeah, don't you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Kind of carry this to the end, would you?
Boy, that's got a, be careful sticking anything in there. That's got a huge.
Yeah. Just kind of, I just want to get it up. Okay. Right there. Let me move you. Ready? 3. Okay. Yeah, the airlines were routing internally through the lift, go to each air cylinder, or pneumatic cylinder in the corners, and compressed air goes through, when you hit the release button, goes through the tubes into the pneumatic cylinders to release the load holding devices. Some people call them the lock ladder or the safety locks.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a neat system. It's unique to Benpack. Most residential lifts do not have that feature. They're all mechanical, a cheap kind of mechanical lock release system, where Benpack has the pneumatic system on everything from their 40,000 pound truck lifts right down to their 7,000 pound home lift. It's got to stop right there because we got to put a T in.
Okay.
So, but I mean, that's all I need right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to cut it.
I got the cutter.
They'll treat us great. Over the years, different only working the lighthouse, like on Lake Ontario, and it was also a P&B. That's pretty cool.
Oh, like that. Oh, wait right there. There we go.
Last time Eddie was this big of a stall.
I'm going to put a separate stay on the wall.
Yep. 1, 2. Yeah, mine got it.
And I'm almost there.
Me too. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's see where we're at. Okay, bring this corner up. Again. Nailed it.
So these diamond plate ramps are actually one of the optional extras for this lift. I'll show you the standard ones in just a second, but they're extended length for lower profile vehicles. So like for my 240SX, I can pull it up straight and not worry about it. They have little edge guards down there so it doesn't scratch the floor. They look really nice. These are the standard ramps which would work for most vehicles. They also have a little edge guard right there, but they have like a rough finish on them to give you a little bit of extra traction. So even if you get like oil or something on them, you'll still be able to pull something up and down, not an issue, without worrying about slipping. How's that wheel look over there?
Looks fine. I'm going to be right center. How are you?
Mine's good.
That's hot.
Alright.
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, that lined up good.
Yeah, right?
It's nice to have access to all this.
Yeah. And you can see how much that gives you access, having that wider, everything. You can put your hands right up on it.
Oh, for
Get
sure.
a wrench right on it. You don't have a lift 6 inches, a runway 6 inches over in your way.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. Well, that just worked out great. The ramps on the front are easy enough to take off if you need a little bit more room when pulling something in underneath, but the S10 is low enough that it slid under just fine. This is just fantastic to have these out of the way until it's time to finally getting around to finishing them. In hindsight, I should have gotten a different garage door rail set up that made the door kind of go up and angle, like following the roof line, but this seems to be okay actually. I may even be able to put the 48 Ford on top of there, but I've got some work to do on the 240, so that's a test for another day. It operates pretty similar to my 2-post lift. You've got the button right here to raise it up, and to lower it, you raise it up a little bit to take it off of the lock, and then press the release here for the airlocks. You have to hold that down while you simultaneously press in this lever, and then it'll slowly come down. Another nice feature of this lift, depending on what kind of vehicles you're going to be putting on it, you can actually configure it into a wide, like you see here, or a narrow configuration. You just undo 4 bolts, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side of the runway, and slide it in about 6 inches. So if you have, like, you know, a smaller British sports car like an MG, that will be more accommodating for that. But for the majority of stuff that I'm going to be using it for, the wide setting is the most versatile, so that's going to work out really, really nice. But if needed, like I said, 4 bolts, undo it, slide the runway this way, and you can easily adapt it to something else. Again, this is a Pneumatic HD 9XL. It's an extended length, standard height 4-post lift. They also make an extended height version if there's something taller you want to put underneath. If you were going to use the lift for more storage purposes, you can also get these big aluminum diamond plate fill sections to go in between the runways. I was going to do that, but I ordered the wrong runways, so that's kind of my bad, but I actually think I'm going to enjoy this configuration more because I am going to be using this lift to work on vehicles, and just having that big open section and not having to worry about pulling the big panels out every time I need to use the lift is going to be very helpful. Being that the 4-post needed that constant air supply and I wanted to be able to run air between the new shop and the old shop, while the guys from Automotive Equipment Installation were here, I had them outfit everything with air. And of course it's super bright today, so that's going to darken out, but I'll show you all the details in just a second. This whole shop and the other shop is completely plumbed by one air system now. All of the pieces of this system are made by a company called Prevost. They make very, very high quality air supply equipment. All of these lines are aluminum tubing. I've got a filter regulator in this one, so got the regulator on top, the water drain at the bottom, just like the smaller unit that's on the 4-post lift, but I also have one in the paint booth that I'm making in the old shop, which I'll show you in just a second. But you've got all these high quality connectors and stuff. Everything is run along the top edge of the shop and above the doors and out to the other shop. I've had this compressor for what seems like forever, so it's nice to finally be getting some use out of it. It's an Ingersoll Rand 80-gallon with a 7.5 horsepower motor. Definitely going to be putting this to good use, but the air line comes out the side directly into the shop, up and over to that first filter regulator. Also in the new shop, there's a couple of 50-foot hose reels, one right there and one over on the farther side in between those two doors. These reels are really cool because they swivel back and forth like this, and they've got locks. You can pull it out all the way, and when you're ready to put it back in, you just give it a little tug and then walk it on back. It's very cool. The other really nice thing is how all of the attachments go into the hose. They just press fit, and then when it's time to disconnect everything, you just press this button and it relieves the pressure. It's still locked in place when the button is held, and you release it and it comes out. So it doesn't go when you undo the coupling. So very nice. You might have noticed the fence that's in between the two shops now. I put this together not too long ago. It serves a couple purposes. It not only makes everything look nicer, but it also served as an anchor point for the air piping. So where it comes out of the shop right there, the pipe sits on top of the top ledge of the fence right there, and then it goes into the old shop. The air piping then comes through this wall over to another filter regulator, and then up, following the angle of the roof, to another reel, and then into the middle bay. And there's the last reel. Both this one and the one over in the paint booth are 50 foot as well, so it'll serve all corners of the shop. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. A big thanks once again to the folks over at Automotive Equipment Installation. I put their contact info down in the description below. It's a pleasure working with them on all these projects, and I hope to be able to do more stuff in the future. Don't forget to leave a like below, guys. It really helps the video a lot. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so, because there's always a lot more content where that came from. Now it's time to get to work. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.